Okay, so we are back. 1760 text message line. If I'm bringing the NJ Breaking Camera, Brass said dependable father man of a lucky about clinic. One of the remaining person moon, bro. Team Wadrin Chenimra and Joe, who previously before, Rebecca say One Nation project. Now say the Obuhuna surprise info unibi. Boy, Adrian Basso. Said baby, what to see our your mountain so and your offices near restaurant near Sabiani. Baby be edi juma kwansron kosokra we bronga hafo children's hospital echi ana sadia huhu ye no ewo ebeka corona ka hospital natural no say nei mofra yi edi otitru sabia ono edien na amanitimi etosi safi afa eye hospital ho nyina ehia okobuno mantema ehun nsem ti ebeka hospital natural ebeka ward kola ward corona sabole iwe chi natural. It's all because Ghana Ebako, baby a Sinto Obiano, in Ufionum. One Nation project, Kokoso, and Neka Kakra, Elbijams. Just to draw attention, then pay phone to one among and tell and me, and she and Mufrinomabia, and say, Emphata say. Ebio Mamekoson Kao, Nanaya FP to 1446, and RTP Nanaya. To 1446. Now, we are Yamwa, now intimate friend Kurimdi, Abutrin, and Mono RTP Awards. I'm a paying for about Kujina a year Lands and Natural Resources Ministry, named for Community Takando, Deputy Minister, Sai MP, Jaboso, Atani Delali Emmanuel. Yeah, you better come on. I'm Adom Boko. Assembly no work over. Miko Kuku. Asunafo Badwam Satu. Okay, right. Former regional minister, the only constituency Nana, I also a doctor and son went to Makujina. That's what the constituents are saying. Dr. Nanato, Mache. Arthur. Good. Can we the hyphenated and I say hyphenated. Maybe I come on. Constituency Boko. Nana the farmer be tremco. Intuition say you are now blessed.
Oh, I mean, we thank God for that. We thank God. But I miss a question, Kobe. When you are honorable Kando, he's supposed to be a member of an assembly, as per the law.
Okay.
And so Kukumi says I want swear in, and you know, or a member of
ex officio.
And ex officio. Article 242. Of our constitution,
member.
Composition of district assembly members A, B, C, and D. A, you want to abazi one. B, a MP or MPC. C, a DC, and then D, not more than 30% appointed. Until on no, although was sworn in, mobile a member of Nankasan Assembly. The question is, was sworn in Okukum another? Since you are a member of NASA.
So what do you think should be the best situation in times like this?
You should be in your assembly to be sworn in. When you are assigned
by the responsible ministry, say go and do this in our name. What do you do?
So the question is, was sworn in, you know, also was sworn in there, a member of an assembly, and we need to look at it.
Can we look at it that way? Say no, a representative, you are supposed to be at a particular assembly. Now you are assigned a responsibility because of your position you hold to go and also monitor what is going on there. Ubetimi swear as part of an assembly, not this assembly.
I don't think you can do that there. But then, what trouble you? One swear in a parliament and you're a member of parliament. Sincerely, composition 9, Article 242, catcher here no. I'm a member of KE Municipal Assembly. Or no, or a member of is it Jabeso? Jabeso. So my question is, one swearing in, what was swearing in next time assembly in Woshia, another is taken for granted.
Out of order, say next time assembly in Ishiano, because say for purposes of national assignment in Tino. I feel on no do breast yes sign.
That has to be done.
Are you okay with that?
That has to be
done. It will be a Utu and Amombia Kujina Ghana name for the inauguration of the assembly. We are a member of parliament.
You must be sworn in.
You must be sworn in.
Exactly.
Okay. But may find a normal, sir.
May find normal. There be, for instance, K. Mukori, 1 or 2 as members, for one reason or the other, they were not there. Nti was sworn in. Anytime your assembly no was sit no, what bar or do was sworn in and some are members of the assembly.
Yeah. I think that we are all learning. There's a gray area. And you cannot make us say wrong. But you see, you represent a particular institution. It is per the fact that we are a member of parliament and a member of the assembly.
Right.
So you have been sworn in as a member of parliament. Okay? This issue, people are trying it in court. It is similar to the speaker here, NB. You understand? So look, it is because I'm a speaker of parliament, and Nunti and a president anywhere, and vice president anywhere, which may act as such.
Because me speaker.
Me speaker and me yes no me.
It is assumed that
it's assumed that you have been sworn in as a speaker. You have been sworn in as a member.
It's a you don't need to
So you are a member of the assembly, but per the fact is that we are MP. And you have already been sworn in as a member of parliament.
That is the qualification to become an
exactly. So I am not saying he's wrong.
No, but the other side is that the assembly stands on its own as an entity.
Exactly.
You have to get that nod before you enter to be part of the interaction. So you're a member of parliament. Go to parliament.
MPs assemblies way. There's
No, so that's what I'm saying.
There's an admission, say a grey area.
It's a grey area. We can exploit it. I'm not saying this. That's why I started by saying. I'm not saying that he's wrong.
Okay.
But my understanding, me understanding, they say you are a member of the assembly because you are a member of parliament. How did you become a member of parliament? You have been elected and sworn in as a member of parliament. So what I say. So. You represent. You have a certain leg you are standing on. Into meaning when you say we can explain that it has been like that for a very long time. Every time there are local assemblies, ministers who are MPs, are distributed across the land.
But let's not take the law for granted.
Exactly. So we can exploit Sir Avenue, near with a better interpretation. But that is my understanding.
Dr. Anatwasa, thank you for this attention draw. It's important. So we have to follow suit. Again, then it comes to another crucial point. Assembly is 30% calculation out of what percentage, and what goes into the 30% calculation. What is your understanding, Doctor?
I still stand on Article 242 ABCD of the 1993 Constitution. A is there. One electoral area or constitute that assembly. What do you want to have on farmer one? B is the MP or MPs are what that authority that municipality or assembly or metro no were members. C is the this is chief executive. When I use this chief executive, original home municipal or metro. And then D, not more than 30% appointed of the total members of the assembly appointed by government, appointed by president in consultation with national authorities and other interest groups. So computation, when then I'll use KE that I know too well near that computation. A 37 electoral areas. So we have the 37. B you're one MP. So 37 plus.
Okay, so we have the 37 elected assembly members.
Exactly.
Plus the MP.
38. Plus the DC.
39.
Then you now come to the computation of no more than 30% of total. Assuming in mathematics, assuming that D or less or equal to 30%, meaning that 30% cannot exceed 30%. When you use that assumption that is the 30%, then my exit can account ABC or 70%. If 70% is equal to 39 in the case of KE municipal assembly, 37 plus
simply because your 30 baby and your government appointee should not exceed the 30.
It should not exceed 30%.
And then we equate
the total.
We equate the structure. 37 electoral areas, one MP, one DC. So in this case, 70% is the 39 representing KE.
Exactly.
Okay.
You are going now to look for the remaining 30%.
How do you go about it?
Also, if 70% is equal to 39, what is 30%? It's also if less, more divide. Yeah. So it becomes 30 over 70 times 39. It be 16.7.
But nipa point in it.
Nipa point in it.
Proximity to
if it were only maths, if it only maths, 16.7, I could round it up to 17. Now the 17 I could 39 no. I could 39 in our case about 56. So you now come back again. 17 over 56 percentage now translate into what? It translates to 30.34%. You have exceeded D constitutionally. So you come back, you forget about the 0.7, 16 plus 39, about 55. Total now 55. So 16 out of 55, 29.09. So constitutionally, it satisfies the D. That is not more than 30%. So in effect, KEA had 55 total assembly members with 16 government appointees.
I see.
I think he's right. But confusion, maybe a confusion. Mathematics, you need mathematics. Mathematics is mathematics.
It cuts across.
Yes, it cuts across. And maybe amount for, in my humble opinion, getting it wrong. And they say most of the time people are striking 30% of the elected plus DC plus MP. So when you strike, sir, you see the act and they say 30% of the not more than 30% of the assembly.
Total.
Assembly. What's the definition of the assembly?
No.
The definition of the assembly the elected
members no.
plus
MP.
But what you mean? Elected, let's say elected represent A. So elected plus elected is equal to A. Plus DC, which is equal to B. Plus MP, which is equal to C. Plus appointees, which is equal to C. That is the definition of the assembly in the act. So now the universal setting 100% no. A plus B plus C plus D.
Representing the elected assembly.
No, representing the entire assembly. As when you have full composition of the assembly. No. Now, you name A, name B, name C, you name D. We know the elected, we know the DCE, and we know the MPs. But we don't know the D. So how can you...
The D is the government appointee.
The government appointees. So now what you do is that when you say it means that what you know constitutes 70%, because it is saying that not more than 30%. So what you know is the 70%. So I know 70% now. So
how do I get my 30?
How do you get your 30? So I'm going to look for my 30. So what you do, as he stated, is that the 70, let me also use Jaboso for example. We have 16 electoral areas plus 1 MP plus 1 DC, making 18. But what am I saying? So now the 70 is 2. 18. Therefore 30. So it is the 30 divided by the 70 multiplied by the 18.
Exactly.
That's not when you have 30%.
And so now, we computer 7 point something.
Right.
To that point,
that point, you can only add that point. Or strike here, more than 30% of what you have appointed.
But so
you have to, because the act says that it must not exceed 30%.
That is true.
Into now they are when you have the 100%, now to be on the safer side, go and strike 30% of the total.
Exactly.
If you strike the 30% of the total and you don't get that figure, you are wrong.
Then there is no cause for alarm.
There's no cause of alarm. But you see, the difficulty is that people are they've forgotten say the government appointees complete assembly now definition what act anymore. So what they describe as an assembly is the elected plus DCE plus MP. So where they put the off is wrong. In mathematics, off is multiplication. So they will strike the 30% of the 18, and that will give you about 5 point something. It's wrong.
Okay.
So what I say. If say every year constitute assembly, so debate we So I think that's about time. NCC for and so no much church. But I think people are even going to challenge this matter in court. So
in fact, American, I'm happy that here now we're on the same way.
Yeah, I mean that is the
because you know, also other members not be more than 30% of all the members of the district assembly appointed by the president. For all, in the they be for 30% of the elected. Forgetting the AMBR, what 5 even MPs.
That's another and you see, one difficult thing is that, and Ubemu said, all the MPs, we don't have voting right.
Yes, we don't.
So it shows the appointees up, but appointees, they have voting right. Then we can say, composition, for example, the metropolis, and the municipalities, Ubemu said we have about 2, 3, 4, 5 MPs in it.
Cape Coast Metro, 2.
Exactly. The mathematics of the appointees, but when it comes to elections, the appointees know a voting right. MPs need voting
and
right.
It also affects election of presiding members.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making.
Presiding members, two-thirds of the
elected.
No,
the total assembly.
Total assembly.
Two-thirds.
Two-thirds. Is it a law?
2/3 of 55.
Why do you say 2/3 of me? Why I don't have the right to vote?
37.
But calculate you
I can't, but you don't have the right to vote.
David, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not at all.
Meanwhile,
so then take me off the calculation and then do your 2/3.
Exactly. But also,
it's not like that.
2/3 of the total. Although when it comes to DC, you know, also 2/3 of those present and voting.
Voting, yeah.
DC is in here, those present and voting. Ever president members in now. What's the 2/3 of total? It's a young way when you're 37. Meanwhile, already I'm in 2B.
But two-thirds.
Exactly. So I think it's something that we all need to do.
I see. So you say be a much to my calculation na eba ho ebi mu kwase omde court in Chiremu amomo matters of this sort the court fully I support who are still maybe now you know,
but it's good
clarification. But 1760 your text message line Fabri Intiminjibre and Kinkani from a dependable father Roma and I feel lucky about father Roma getting pensemu edebro. Well, minority, your understanding of cocoa pricing, no, still Muslim Muslims and can buy 2 and among kakra eka eye and among 2 of the abano. And speaking to some farmers, divide attention. If you see a Cote d'Ivoire, if you any Cote d'Ivoire difference near Kitwebi, if you see any are buying or sensitive because even if this is one of the best so far in terms of cocoa pricing. Munina Swan said there's a buying bit by it be more than what he has done. And why?
Yes, minority and yes, abano watum kakra. But Nka could have done better. And Kibotum be at 2. Let's say me a cocoa farmer. Commanded na egwa for abrim. Ye juma power ye bien. Your 5 juma ni oku juma. Abrim na memetsen me a cocoa farmer. But ochna was me cocoa boko abrim aguna cocoa shed or cocoa chama. Ochna.
So cocoa is the
Watum kakra. But Nke could have done more. You say in the Sisiala, cocoa amanaze international market. What on I? Yes, Kana so or Ghana, no mudu or then would look at it. Since a manful Makaho, Yadri and there all the yatum koim on then Sisia Mayoka say, a share border with Ivory Coast. My yard saying there, a manful was a cocoa or the cross border or cotton was an American also difference in the Yakas, but difference in Kakrabumpa or Iska. Young years the end also 420 per 420 Ghana cities per bag of 64 kilos, or translate to about $1.6 per kilo. Average was out on $1.7 per kilo. I just, when we're having discussion, I mean, it's just very easy. You can just Google Sisiala. $1.7 per kilo. Even though people can every coast say, I want to know one per bag. Fine, yes, per bag. And that bag, you know, 64 kilos. In Sako, every coast has 1 kilo. To the Ghana here, more than 2 kilos per What time? We will divide them for 20 by the 64 kilos, you know. That or your one bag, you know. Not that time. And see, Aquabricos is 1 kilo. Them not on now. Take Ghana Ziara. Yan Yadri and there. And check one cost the Yanton crown. At least, or then abandon to my hand 550 Ghana cedis per bag. Koko Juma. Koko Juma. Ayebi. Me da ya koko musumi ya koko. Onye aza what is agro na amino miyimde henara as a country. Yeah, yazi wo koko oni sensra ye kaina. Before 2001, Kofo Babem, na koko, the whole Ghana, you even up to 300,000 metric tons. Your Bible to 310,000 metric tons. Since that time, Kofo the BBC ho, the look, within 10 years, you pay 1 million metric tons. Ghana, abas na ye, you better na ya cocoa spraying. You better you apply fertilizer. More the education be around. You better achieve an objective in 10 years' time, you know. Kofo na naban. Yamin Chaza, just around the same time, you can 2010-2011, near 1 million metric tons. Before I could find them 870,000 metric tons. Near 1 million in 2010-2011, Abra and our Prof. Atani Delali president. May he so rest in perfect peace. We are nose diving and 700,000 metric tons. What has gone wrong? You go Jeep Busa there, the parliament. Oh, I feel what 900,000 metric tons. Yes, it's Kanakoto, Yakaji, 1.8 billion, 1.8 million US dollars. Na yentum yanye 700,000. Ina kaho no bane there. Si cannot ye ma farmers no. Yontu amfon. Ozande ekotua dem sikana busa akwa akaji ebed na akwa kotua wa bra entumi ya production na or the enya no entumi ya ne bisa won de oye den wa bandem ende cocoa spraying and ye no over 4 months no in the 2 years no less than less than 1 month cocoa spraying and the America say abadinsa menyo ka say enka mbra basono kwa nke be wonde sesiara ya start cocoa spraying no inara nde wa akofom ebeko bini cocoa waso afempo de machines na asese nzame farmer na mkoto machine time na kofo de bobaze no na machines na ye den yenya daminza me na aka ho na no ton no wa kodu baby asisi akodu na yenya mo de nche yenya no nti meze megina do na maka de wo ha de upon yes what to alcohol 420 obakado percentage increase is this but yama ye na ye hwe no
okay yeah percentage increase na say in Ghana percentage increase no
from 360 to 40 I think about 16%.
Okay, then the difference is not that huge because this is October 1 Reuters news. Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara on Thursday announced a guaranteed minimum price for cocoa farmers of 1,000 CFA francs. That's $1.70.
That's exactly what I said.
And then the price announced by the World Top Grower, chocolate, okay, goes on to say that marks nearly 18% increase. 18 as against ours is what?
We don't even want to talk about ours being 16. The point is that you feel
18% increase.
Okay. Not if you talk about the 16 or the 18.
Okay.
You feel you're 16. No. No one's who feel no you're 18.
Okay.
So Ivory Coast is always ahead of us.
Okay.
Only I compute. Make a 1.7, that's it, and you may add 1.7 back in. Then yes, 420.
It's good that me now me mathematician.
Me use this infantile. I don't make you go for my.
No, see,
I your own bill account, so allow me.
No, but because them 420 Ghana cedis per ton of per bag of 64 kilos. Just divide by 64, and somebody divide the $1 to Ghana cedis or then it bring there less than the 1.7 Ivory Coast for water.
Cocoa man cry.
Cocoa sikrasini. Penu mummo. Omahini, dedikan it's not out of place. Yeah, discussing cocoa wins and some and pay because cocoa ade be a cra Ghana. In the cocoa for no, omoka cocoa, almost a Ghana, cocoa, almost a Ghana, oka Ghana, almost a cocoa. Because omo GDH almost say the backbone of the economy, no, cocoa. Now, for the past 3 or so years, no, I'm a kaipa na me I can off head no. And no cresse La Côte d'Ivoire more price no abiti Ghana da. I share border with La Côte d'Ivoire. Before I made studio, in order to be more practical on the ground, the fair constituency on the border, maybe so what is the prevailing price there now? You see, even if I'm choosing my words carefully, maybe what goes into cocoa and kasa, but even if Côte d'Ivoire for or more price no, and change be brea still no, yang as farmers in Ghana they benefited from the benefit saying Côte d'Ivoire farmers. To start with, to see how many say okoto a bag of cocoa yang say about 64 kilos Ghana hano. The equivalent La Côte d'Ivoire no about 395 Ghana cedis equivalent in La Côte d'Ivoire as I speak to you now.
As in 64 kilos.
As in 64 kilos. But they have different computation. But I'm only equating
64 kilos
to 64.
Yeah, standard.
Standard no. Their equivalent now as I speak to you say bia me rest the higher no matter what minimum.
No say the young from so say workers cocoa for because Ghana 420 na 395 there. So
I'm coming there. So them now you move from 350 to 420, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, increasing.
Ghana no. 350 to 420.
So them
360 to 420.
It was 360. Oh.
360.
No, it was
360 to 420.
No, it's 350. It was 350, yeah. Oh, now 5 cities for a bonus. Oh, number one, bonus. Even if it's a sweat the more,
bonus was
humble don't distort. I'll come there. Number one.
Now I would have been you shouldn't have even but bonus the moon 2 years bonus moon.
What was the last bonus?
So I'm telling you that even last year we paid upfront. This year we are paying upfront.
Bonus?
Yes, bonus. Hey. So if you don't know, please. I am a farmer. I am coming from the constituency. I came from the constituency yesterday. Then it be arrested for no bonus. Because if you sell a bag of cocoa today, you take your 5 cedis upfront. Ask anybody.
From where?
From the cocoa PC.
Is it from the same 420?
No, it is now 425.
Hey.
Yes.
Honorable.
I'm telling you, it was 350, it was 355 because now 5 cedis bonus. So if they don't pay, please go back and ask for your bonus. You will pay upfront. It's 5 cedis.
Okay.
You didn't remember the there is a difference. Whether small or huge, there's a difference. Your price is more. Now, there no difference in Kenya. Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire government and spray and mass spraying exercise. But what I say, Côte d'Ivoire government, until such can be and chemicals and spray avoidance not a farms and farmer warnum. And your gangs now get your mocha into your mocha. And mark cocoa scholarship and ye cocoa rules. So what I say, and yet ye may be free and my free fertilizer. Under normal circumstances, I would say Côte d'Ivoire price is higher than no. Now, yes, it's when you know free more, still now higher than La Côte d'Ivoire for the end. So in cocoa politics, as I described it, your opposition be, and that's exactly what the MPP is doing. You challenge the government, and let me make the point. Say me cocoa, na me free babia. You do cocoa no. So I buy kase or to cocoa bag about could be 1,000 Ghana cedis. Cry hallelujah every day. But we must always face the facts, the realities on the ground. So in every cocoa season, they are buying a year and son of a strike price as of a price, and they say, yeah, well, number one, ansana ye beto cocoa no, ye kwaje busia ansana ye di ato cocoa no. Number two, so when I hear the market price and now they be determined they are buying Adom cocoa for you are deceiving yourself. That is not the reality. It is so because so the price in the world market price it keeps fluctuating. Into which me and pa awia anwumre be kono na price world market price na sesan. The world market price na ye kan ho world market price no. Wo be hwe na pa anwumre be ko hwe bi mu na sesan. Okay. Sanity. And so in the history of Ghana, one thing is that buying beer to cocoa more and net. Now, what's cocoa ni so. So before you be able to fix the price, no, you must find the mean, the average, the estimated within a particular period of time. Now, do your calculation. But what must say? Now, finding the estimated now, what we know, you near because yen cocoa yen fan cohon ye koto be the be free a shows. Into your nyama, you better tear free, cocoa sacks, insurance, you better think your money in a free. And some ya strike percentage, you know. Mass paying fertilizer, cocoa scholarship, and some ya strike percentage, you know. Now, so auto ideally re na say price now what the mark cocoa for no. And the actual because estimated in the kind no actual no difference will more you then add it to the bonus. It comes as a bonus. It is one way you want to put all this into consideration. Now I say and then cocoa price no a world market price no and I will strike here we are buying we see can never san na cocoa da ho a we yes can to cocoa we say dey akwa adwaman so no we say boka. So that is how the computation is done. Okay. Where we are not sitting your money in where government can be charitable. And they say, but it will be a free money. In the percentage bang, and I made the map for now because I know the but it will be a free money. A honor and a bang we say, media, member not less than 70% of the Becca. A honor who are buying who also to me. Because the white market price is what about only to me. And I name the one winning the cost associated with the cocoa no who control biya. But they also control the what in akano percentage being now the cocoa no. In the same year, it's a say no. So but as a party in opposition, that person about buying no. There be no even the previous one if you ever there was a huge quantum jump. But yet, opposition by because the government could have done better. That is the beauty of democracy for you. So because they feel say, look, we should be buying here because in their time, you know, there was nothing like free fertilizer. There was nothing. Yes.
What's the buy? Free fertilizer, what's the buy?
Please. Pre-mix
it's not
fuel. Please. Before you verify, and you take your time. Let me tell you this. I know His Excellency the former President Kufuor brought mass spraying. I know that for a fact.
Right.
There was nothing like free fertilizer.
No,
the fertilizer, please. The fertilizer, no, near the free amount farmer uniska need be free na koko ne ba wa betua.
In this case,
the chew free. I agree, say you be, but as a test now, government provide free fertilizer in MPP time. It's a fact. Me, I'm free. Now later, it's a basic fact. I don't want to debate this thing.
But then accessibility, so because accessibility was there because we was this time free. Which one is the best?
Okay, we can debate that. But you see, Sir Okoto,
it is not about the policy being free. It's about getting to the people at the needed time. But we now the fact free What you say? Me the few, but I don't be soon.
You know, cocoa farmers. Number one, as I speak to you now, people are being tried for even not paying
for that
in court.
Oh.
And people, amount for property, court air confiscate amount for properties. Fertilizer one tree. Court.
What are some of the reasons? The season
we as farmers, I'm included, we are elected delegate people. So me, I'm a farmer. Incentives would be free, all right. Even in some cases, pieces in companies no more autococo no. Obi to me koje bosi obi to me mo chere no. No akwaji bosia afri cocoa piece bi so me cocoa no. Me hata wi am bebro. Cocoa na wo awie na also de bre no achin sika no fanko the same person no that comment for. Wow. So this is an environment I know. It's an interesting environment.
Okay.
So what I say. And again, there has been this debate. Say, I didn't buy cry and subsidize it. No franco go shop. No behind to me kotobi. Vis-a-vis obinya bi no bi ebenya bi no. My point has always been that cocoa farmers, you do season beer. Okay, so what is why cry back 50 Ghana cedis in the first place. In the second place, no, so subsidize it now the cocoa marketer free for all. The Osikano on the Wakotomeboa.
Yeah.
Into the Osikano Wakotono, and now I'm buying subsidizing into no, maybe cocoa farmer, not the Womsika, no matter in our free system. So I said, Mikutezika, Metadini in our free system, nothing may turn argument fast. What I agree with people, they say, I will say, I'm buying. Increase the or debate amount for any be free no and a mode of distribution I will say transparent name would that or further so the beya nipa do na ebenyabi because me come constituency Krobia because and people are complaining about fertilizer. That is a fact.
Okay. Yeah, assume I do a go so meaning we must verify. My cocoa price was 345 Ghana cedi and bonus 5 Ghana cedi. Assume I do a go so no diaba.
So mean 350.
So that's the 350.
Yeah.
The bonus na was Dr.
Omahin. Them bonus are semi working. But before I come there, your background, your background at least your by from computation of assembly government pregnancy. Same. Omahin. Baby I on $1.7 dollars per kilo. Now baby I $1.6 per kilo. Or better than 1.6 no by more than 1.7.
No, very no. We are about 1.6.
Better than why that. Number 2, why can't review her fertilizer? Abra President Kufo ordered the mass cocoa spraying and now cocoa mass spraying, which is with
cocoa spray, mass cocoa spray.
Mass cocoa spraying. Ozibai. Fertilizer was part of the project. Under their friend the cocoa high tech. Fertilizer.
But Unim, on can't say cocoa more introduce you fertilizer. Or say fertilizer was on the market. There were more free.
Yes,
it's a fact. Don't let us America in there. Fact. Don't let us debate it.
But man kind of
no, it's a fact. I mean, no.
Man kind of.
Sometimes you don't debate facts.
Man kind of.
Demre, you can about the same bonus. Yeah. Farmers historically
bonus.
Last year and this year bonuses are paid upfront.
Bonus no or 350
Ghana
cedis na wotua per
if a shame that's here and plus
no
5 cedis.
What's 345 plus 5 it's 350 na near ton but farmers for long. Bonus.
You are paid the 64 kilos and then plus.
Later. I mean, America says.
What is the point? If they paid later or they paid now, what is the difference?
So, there is there's a difference. I don't know whether deception will be too harsh and as a strategy, because the point is that I'm used to 350 say, and then me boa modi agim.
Exactly.
But say musu within that bonus
can
bonus.
Me one calculate
when the mu announce price price for a year, uchi press conference now the one announce no. He's always clear.
So 420.
They are always clear.
420.
Okay, bonus we say 420.
5 cedis.
So that is why the farmers are saying that the difference between because if you take 5 cities bonus you better me create me say and I'm calculating wrong me take 5 cities every new price here abem that is the 420 is that correct so it doesn't mean that I feel say the AC Tokoko near 420 you minus bonus of 5 cities is that correct?
The point I'm making is that and the point okay Chemu, I'm getting confused here whether I'm being frank with you whether the 420 includes bonus or excludes bonus. I know for a fact say the bonus is 5 cities. But the point I want to make here is that even if it includes, I'm making an argument for, even if it includes bonus for the 450, now originally the price is 415 Ghana cedis. So now you be bonus later 5 cities. What difference does it make when it is even included at this point in time? Doesn't make any difference.
That's the word I use. I so many cocoa grain areas. Won't you have bonus?
But it's not true.
They announced it.
In America, they know it. My colleague back on Abu Mensa, go so. My colleague, if you'll meet to a parliament, I'm going to meet him. Now saying some of the communities go for demonstration. Then fear being 1 year one bonus. And son of being him the bonus 5 cities. They know to ask him on time.
Okay, they know. We are cocoa farmer. We are bonus. We are aware say bonus. They know. And 2 years bonus. No. What's your understanding of your bonus?
Exactly.
0302 211 up to 4. Cocoa farmers. Who understanding of a bonus for the past 2 years? No, Osaka, through which means it are the standard.
I'm talking about last year and this year.
Yes, last year. Okay.
Then like the reason why.
Help us in this conversation. Cocoa for cocoa for bonus. I fear me and I feel kawin. What you bonus? What you saying? Now
the more reason why make us say they know. They say it was a bone of contention in my constituency. Say, you say bag bia 5 cities. So na who could do pieces bia or more purchasing collection. I said I didn't hear 1 bag. Instead say if the mathematics if a bia 5 cities is to 64 kilos, therefore 30 kilos no matter the amount. If it is not up to 1 bag, a binum person betray bonus. No. What's the mechanism? But the mechanism say.
Okay, here we say going to BBNE, the material say, the difference is that they were paying after the main crop to help farmers buy products for their farms.
Bonus is bonus.
It is a mode of payment.
And Mensa in there, or Chinami Kukuya, what the Ruki, so me 3 bags, so me 4 bags. Mimtas in there 420 multiplied by the 3 or 4 na million. Then after the major season, the bonus one from a passbook, one from
Sanatiana.
Not see only more
it is not a yet be a rigid. It's a mode of payment. Obi,
when separated because even
they separate it. When you go and weigh your cocoa, on my catch say 1 mountain ye. Bonus sometimes, of course, so uko weigh cocoa, maybe 1 bag and some kilos. They won't give you the say be 5 cities na bonus na. You 5 cities in account because they are can do 1 bag. But you see, the bone of contention here is about the mode of payment. I agree with you. During Jerry Rollins's time, and to the largest extent, time Kofo buy no. Na omutua main season no, omutua the actual price ni we are. Na omatwen for some time and suddenly the bonus number. That is a fact. But there has been a new policy.
Okay.
They will puni buy no. In fact, this mode of payment shall say opuni abreso.
The 2 years.
2 years in
so that's why 2 years man was on bonus.
They know it has been announced. And I can say instead say you keep cocoa creating on the policy no whether you agree or disagree with that different matter. But instead say you keep bonus no for a longer time no. Adenti and the emfa bonus no channel a brand nipa na way cocoa.
Okay.
Because some of the pieces in quote, I mean, forgive me if it's a harsher word, we're cheating the farmers. Even answer na ebu okra na answer na a time the best no better the number of bags One way to even take his bonus in a future date, you know. Now a confusion.
You go try Humra. Issues about privatization of a electricity company of Ghana, a unity, this time with clarity. Yeah, quite bad, you know. Okay, so Yasaba, there's another interesting one here. Nana Twata is a fisherman. Please leave the cocoa farmers alone.
Whether you're a fisherman or not, you enjoy from the
girlfriend, Adani, a deputy constituent secretary. Turn on north.
How's it be a fisherman?
You are a fisherman.
It's me, cocoa.
For information, 450 420 is the price, producer price for the cocoa, and they will give you extra 5 cedis.
Okay.
For
so 425.
425
okay.
Ghana cedis. Okay. The price now is 420, but they will give you from last year and this year. No, the bonus has always been paid out front. This is somebody's policy.
Okay.
Is more kind. Well, I've also
I didn't check the figure. I was confused about whether it was included or excluded. That's why I wanted to set the record.
But I've also checked Americano Minjochim, but the most 2 years ago work with the demonstration. Oh, me there
because policy is
before last year and this year, no, when your bonus cry. On no, na man for the 5 cities here came, master my cross check. Oh, me there was it 5 6 account. Yes, there.
That's the way for it.
Just that you to agree. It's my one triano, 1 year, farmers then.
Okay.
That's a different argument. The church is saying,
I don't want triano.
Where farmers then?
It's a different argument.
Let's say Biakim.
It's a different income.
Yetua.
Yep, and Yadi Beba.
Yetua. Yetua.
I say Yadi Beba.
I come by Yentia.
And Yadia Beba. I come.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. That it's a different.
What's that different for?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That all Kenyan and see the Okano a different ball game altogether. If it won't end.
No.
The reason is that.
What's the Emma?
Yes. Me, I will say it as it is. Yes. Uka Kuko bonus. There are factors I consider to pay bonus. I've told you, say, there's an estimated figure and there's actual. Then you put the exchange rate into consideration. Into who we are. It is one of the factors into who we are. Difference now, you must pay as bonus. But in the situation now, not difference you can't pay bonus. This is not the first time in the history of Ghana a year be about a bonus. And again, sometimes the quality of the beans no affected. And notice what they beans no gamma so. Now say quality of beans no our formula ne rejective beans ni there and also affected. That's what I'm saying, that it's also another ball game, different ball game.
Oh my, there's another area. Let me bring it in. Down and announce here. Now man faster do. Aban wire do 420. Let us look at the real value of that 420. Milka Sunday, them 420 is about $105.
That's another slippery grass for you, doctor.
No, it's not slippery grass.
Very, very slippery. I'll tell you why.
Listen.
Because you lose this debate. As some people, you lose this debate.
Would you allow me?
Okay, go ahead. Please. You lose this debate. I wish you go.
I can convert to dollars. I'll let you know there was a time
that's not how we do politics. Forget about dollars.
No, please. Ask about dollars.
Yes.
The real value of the money.
Okay,
we should talk about it.
Okay.
In there was it. Right. In there was what a cocoa. 420. The IAZO. Oh, fine. 420, no. Cocoa, at home we are at the Trazi. Anamaba. On them there, yes, the KCCA, Wako for Mama, Sikano, what is our pansamno? $1.
So it means that the $100 or $120 is just what we are selling for.
It's about 64. We are selling about $105. About $105. We are being in Ghana in 64 kilos. Only $127.
Is your problem with Isikano?
Isikano was saying into my mobile jam baby in Ghana 420. No, Abaya do now 1 ton 420.
420. Previously, let me get 127.
420 no. First no ton no. Even 170 Ghana cedis. No, about 140 even dollars. Even though people to catch there, your dollars yes Ghana. I agree. But dollar never coffee and maybe or Ghana. It's in that money we are on Ghana.
It's in dollars.
It's in dollars.
Even though we are in Ghana city.
Even though you are in Ghana cities. Into the memo being Kobono brand.
Dollar is very influential.
Very. It's when Mobianco Jambe being Bonosa brando. We have to cocoa. I'm saying this here because on Chabian and Namakan and Unkofo. Pacojo, for trade Abrayazo, Abaranaga, why you know. For trade.
Chicano, I was through our Ghana. But the dollar, the
420 American, Intimintia, KG. KG, international school and graduate school. No fees for even a term.
Okay.
I can understand Nana Atwata and the discomfort that a man for Becca's a buyer idea. That is his discomfort. Please. That is his discomfort. I can understand him. But young for if you are talking about real value, minimum dollars, you know what we do? I determine the real value of a buying ben a yard and a buying ben 1 yard. And that's why I'm saying that they will lose this debate. And I won't say on this screen or teaser man on one calculation, he will never mention this debate anyway.
Why?
I'm going to say it.
How many bags of cement?
How many bags of cement? Exactly. That's a real debate.
Yeah.
You see, when the MPP was in power, cocoa bag back near Tony is saying.
Exactly.
What you say? I love that debate because my SI debate in the bidder. Cocoa bag back on the old Tony Diano. Now it me talk bags of cement. Do saying
good. One argument.
Please.
One argument.
Allow me. Allow me. When especially even these students are even not going to pay fees. You have a problem with that.
Where is it coming from?
You have a
with the 30-year Ghana cities. With the 30-year Ghana cities, they're not going to pay. Doctor, Abanzo 38. Only free, no.
That's a different argument. I will explain. But you see, you keep introducing new topics one after the other. If you leave it hanging, you confuse the listeners.
I'm not confusing the listeners. The viewers, when in America,
Honorable Akando, Mr. Free SHS, no, won't come again. Doc.
It's not a topic for now.
It's not a topic.
Okay, I agree. In that America said he keeps bringing, so we'll come again per your advice.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is that the meeting say in the argument I will laugh.
I don't even do my because cocoa no kwa kotra. You see more no say kwa but I 14 my di no. I just for pa come dey o boy. You go come to wrap up for this one.
Let me wrap up. And no thing no. Yen meeting my kura so no one. Sa comparison am you. Minimum dollar. Me na now tisa we say krum. He doesn't know dollar. I agree he said dollar affecting him bebre wa ha. But on the ground, the CID call 420. So me tihana me talk cocoa 1 bag of cement e be 35 Ghana cedis. 1 bag of cocoa, no matter how many bags of cement.
Now can do it easy.
That is a real argument. So next time we'll bring the figures.
Because mathematicians,
you can do that
mathematicians. You prove it easily.
It is 420 divided by 32 Ghana cedis. Very simple mathematics.
Good.
ECG privatization.
And you go to you lose that
again. Cement bag number 11 cities. Okay. When a bag of cocoa at that time was 248.
ECG
420 by 32.
ECG privatization, no job cuts, Mida boss. There will be no job cuts at the Electricity Company of Ghana if a concessionaire takes over the management of the company in 2017. The CEO of the Millennium Development Authority, Owura Kwakusafo, has confirmed. According to him, every staff's job is secured because ECG is not overstaffed. A private investor is expected to manage and add the assets of the state-owned power distributor from 2017 over a minimum period of 20 years. The arrangement is being pursued as part of strategies to lessen the persistent power crisis bedeviling the country. The power distributor needs an average of $200 million worth of dollars of investment annually to run its operations, an amount government says it cannot afford. Government has signed the Ghana Power Compact with the Millennium Challenge Corporation, which will provide close to $500,000 to improve the power sector. Okay, so it goes on and on and on. I don't need to be confused. I need to understand. We have moved into privatizing ECG. 2017, correct. 20 years to lessen government burden because government is unable to get a specified amount to pump into that industry and say, now we are considering privatization. That is when the concessionaire takes over. It could be an individual, it could be a group, it could be a company. Look, solution to our problem, Abba.
Is that a solution to our problem? Is that a solution to our problem? I'm a member of Mines and Energy Committee of Parliament. Urua Kokusafo, Kakre Odahe, I will explain at the committee level. But most of us were not convinced at all. Listen, then. What's the Yakwana? Fado, na ya saw persistent power crisis. Na mensa say we saying there Ghana ma ye hu in there yen power nanka se na ye produce no ono no sa ono no ndu dodo na all the Ghana ye hia ono nsi na badge say adada hen woko be na baba china baba yi no asem aba. Major problem today on hand distribution. Major problem in Ghana today. Even though I know tanker losses, different losses, those ones I am aware. But your major problem on your corner for today, you will produce enough power. Mezama distributor no ma distribute now distributor na corner for dry. Baba bani the losses no be reduce mejitum. Na oya den ye mama ye wono all the we produce no ono no ye hu kwana ye fado ye produce na mom ba ma ye distribute na ye hwe kwana ye be fado na dey solve ye power crisis nti ECG or the kofa ebinum ba the womra na over manage mahen ende owura safo or catch of midao. Yeah, I want to them crop na private sector na war bana. On your no, and no catch your hand there. ECG, say as a voter register on your bloated, ain't say no, impana or wage more hono. When I beg more, that's the money moon. Yeah, mother private sector and rande. No, mamma can't show them mobile, no, mamma botono or Dawson dodo. Or there, it's on a yasha quamba for a streamline and labor force. Yatsi be with private sector participation. Yatsi be. I mean, since Rollins time through Kufuor time, the seen the private sector. Also, them as them sikaya yashim ababeshim. Mobile, Messi ECG, staff on what keep course, one Dawson dodo. Yen trim na ye binum ye yejuma. Or there, ye may binum where then, walk with ye. Afezi botu ya musika kasibi na ono bema warampo na be attracted there epede wara ifi.
Wait, detailed information are there?
No.
This one there's an assurance here.
This assurance middleman is giving us. But middleman only private sector now. When you want na war facilitate.
Me nam dey bisike beshim.
Me nam bisika beshim. Why facilitate there Ghana? Ne orasafo. Ne zain there or facilitate there private sector no or abeji ECG. You know about Babajo, you meet that Babajo ECG. It's in Pacrono or this Cabashemi, Urasafo, a giant Asako catcher in Pande. Yes, you catch your home there. Bano, you catch your home there. ECG staff, no, or you just okay. Into a quanbia, you did the Humbabana, Humbaka Binum, where then one could fee.
I mean, forgive me, I also kind of a gem. Now, deceptive ways now, Ipade. Then it comes to
no. This is the way. Mida, Ureku.
No, but you're always very serious.
Very serious.
Because me na me di misike beshim.
Number 7 we are.
Now sabe control. Then wo sika wa fa be wa.
Exactly. Ye mida no sika. Hwe. No mu bi on this October wo bottle. This is a requirement. For I'm a for Zamaheno. This is a part of it. It's part of it. Privatization of ECG. It's part of it. Abobwa den. No one summer American. See ben be also ye be abobwa there. Ye be reduce yen losses na za or war ECG. Nka one nompe. We are told unaccounted for power alone is rising around 25%. What are the best practices elsewhere? Baby, with me and even less than 12, 13, 14. In the years in was so yeah, man, Crofaba Boahin, acquire for commercial losses, technical losses, you able to reduce. Technical losses need be yen equipments are why dada. In the years, all these things I agree. But here there's in Crofaba Beshem that fade or Babani there, one in na, Wabe. J ECG no na wabe then one oboshedo another one na wabobwa in those areas na ye hiamwa na my fear and I hope there mawaka chehini obe no kwar manka bande china na yankrofo and there were dwuma ye imports den na ye dwuma ye obodi baby na so ECG for uncle few on enemy fears nti ma meze se papa mawaka yi iyi obama abaka chehende in the power ya this August October what about to me December 3 months or your requirement or can juma ye in the 3 months bia or there what about to you we are in 3 months it's all conditions precedent there in Zamba iyi oba fadra ye benya them private sector participation member I nara owomuroku safo Obeshare committee. Okay. All these things came up. But some of us have some fears.
Okay, fears in the American Abijana Chikaka until so material because Entiasianim, some of us media Jumane Namia Adoma 2017. Yadema Ejumakubi, and Ankra Krabi, na Nipano Abaye Jumana Mai. Na Nipano Baobano, won't come up to me there. Yemfa nipa manem so ECG adwumako no demo aban se sika na se odi ba se adwumanum ECG adwumanum ma timi konkan no se sika ne di aban se oni bi enti ehwa ko hia se ankrankra ana adwumako bebem se ankrankra ana adwumako ba mu dia na ni aban ni hu tumi se otimi ka se menyi asumasi mu ana obinti
them na bid Africa chain the next aspect na me kind no power production no sir. In the Aben Grofona Yashon, the woman mobwa in that area. Because I mean Modi produce ye dodo no. Distribution is so our losses. Fine. In the private sector, umraha. So about the private sector uncle VRE. Yebenya
generation. Private sector, they are not there.
How many are there?
About 3 or 4.
How many are there? The power generation now. Let me use people produce generation no.
In Yama ECG and show.
One my young share. Let's say the solve our crisis. Young share being Nara. My year be what you don't know. Yes, how to break ECG. You know how to break Ghana for the net bills. What could you do? What could you have 200%? What 200%? What's the private sector participation?
Okay. Just to make sure, say, efficiency, reliability, private sector.
Now, all the time, what to me, the Rakajan.
Mahine, there's no doubt about say Abayi, especially Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abayi. I invested so much in generation of power. Nobody can debate this point. If you take the statistics, it is there. You can't challenge it. Say Abayi, I invested so much in power. Generation.
It's reflected, and I
so much
only doing so. Yeah.
And I'm saying, say,
maybe it's a question.
No problem. I will explain.
You say there's so much investment in that sector.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. So because Siano, Sabi, so should be Sia, reflection, Emma, and you know how the energy sector no or pretty. If we require even to construct a dam and not to construct a particular generation, it takes so much months. In the Siano, you will be right to tell me that it's not reflecting. But Abaya will need the oil on me and then.
Okay, so pointers. In investing so much, then Abaya point is in the next 3, 4, 5 years, it's fixed and you're managed.
Yes, and that's why the government has come out.
That's the
whole problem. I can't manage it for you.
Even the president
it is your own problem. People even doubt Jesus Christ. Even Jesus Christ, people doubt him. So please.
Okay,
President
the point is that a idea aban enyi na ni free. Abaya stated clearly the number of megawatts are ope or my timeline time the or they basisia the gusu aye ni nyina. We've always been reciting this everywhere. Now to ECG. Yenyina yenim say ECG for omadwuma omoye no wono ankasa ba bonti abeka che say entwa yi. Edu baabi a de omo kan say even prices na ekosoro no edu baabi a factors ni bi ni say omo losses in their distribution chain. So what you say? Enunti aban international ka say oh yampe private investor bi money may invest in the sector say na be ya I mean I have no problem. Of course, many problem whereby ye Ghana for binim wadi mu nyi adwuma ye. I will agree say I know there will be any more person say na to suggest say so be ebeje ade na na say obi di ne sika be share adwuma ni mu a it means say aban ni can say on to me nka bibia ewo ECG mu no is also wrong. So for me let us not doubt the assurance and I believe say even at the committee level man no go deeper than what they have even written here to give the assurance to honorable members say look anya dia ye be yin for adi ewa adwuma. In any case we can always call them to order say my assurance we as parliament my assurance we why come and explain. You can call them back, come and explain why we have gotten to this point. It me feel say opinion no aba because na ya idea actually be adwen but and also in chess aban any say ewa adwuma ni mu biem. So I think that you manage your fears ne kakra fears dey obi na manage and you obi and the back
obi paint here aban for all the time
for a whole 20 years
sometimes
for a whole 20 years
and the room come but I'm happy so no ankasa I confirm say they've even summoned the man to parliament. Institutions such as parliament.
Yakoba, Dr. Nana Atuata, obeli the discussion I say, was it normal? Has it been normal? Because any streams are yaketu ya feminine from the HR department to the auditor general, accountant general.
Your pet topic.
Yakoba, everybody come. See, baby, you're heading to one 3 years.
Oh, mine. Munyap, na me uncle employment and labor relations minister. Mama, do it?
Are they?
Oh, mine. Oh, money, you ma fi krum busme do no. Watchera busme bien biara. Since the last 3 years. Busme bien biara ebenya one organization or the other.
But of course the most serious one a coalition of unpaid nurses.
Exactly. I want to remember Omahin health sector, education sector. Why you put agenda?
Me pese be call because hono ebia won insurance. There mean aha me na no pay. See ebeti ku unpaid nurses and midwives. How I can't even in
any case, you know what situation. You are corrupted about
that. Yeah. Oh yeah, asem here, asem kase, asema otete nurses. On cherry biana doctors he wants it. Shenumu nsem o de ba manim. Nkrofo a we were hospitals. How are you kurumu? Daniaro. Same thing. Na me quotation bi ha. Se me nua onabu ha na no kanza. I say the government needs to certify itself that indeed that category of nurses are at post. They have worked for the period to which they are claiming arrears. Makada is only buying time. Are we saying the name down for year now the one year?
Is it easy to check?
How is it that difficult to check? There in the Obia Waye Juma war Confanoche, Kolebu, Cape Coast, Interbetan. our regional hospital. Elmina. There, you need records or share the democracy, or ye Juma. You need records in a Ghana and Cassis has no money. Sent to be able to make market a gum. No about the account 7,000 nurses in Chow cow. More fear. My young man, that fay in a year about the democracy, or ye Juma Ghana. Raza.
But I thought Team Minister say,
then
the challenge is that most of these institutions are health facilities.
You need records,
HR for a delay. If we free HR for the whole background, now fee the ever for accountant general,
HR for finance, HR fee alcofa or so or delay for how many years? If you said married me into uncle, who should come again? Young Mas and Papa and country one day. I feel you about there. I will know you man and then you man in favor saying Nara and Sana. My who won't point there, will 2 hours which I was made.
But government is ready to pay, but the HR may delay.
When I got me at the pandemic, HR no it,
Mamma. Clarification for HR,
HR no it, Mamma. HR no wait, Mamma. The 3 years in an HR, one farm by no, them HR for no one should be asked to dream more. HR for no, what him? Are they islands to themselves? There, penny be was there, a boy HR do. Ye be bika, Sikani knew her, near to him with a young cousin and can ye. Says Sikani knew her, near Shop Colony, Mkatesi, Imran Saber Casa, more bande, as many as 7,000. Yet there, ye turn 5,000 po, Raka 2,000, BBSC, Jerry 7,000 I bought there. No way you Juma, no way you Juma.
Due diligence.
You need records.
No, due diligence. One can say we are aware. I know. Ghost names. The government doesn't want to repeat the mistakes of Obiagana buying the
and say, one here in a socially over suspected there, ghost names since year them due diligence. And for how long in the Abbey and the Democratic? How about this? I don't know. What call a strike here now? If you look at the due diligence.
No, but American show the word from the minister is not that strike never my bad. Strike already has not been acknowledged. Say illegal. That's the point. It's illegal. Yeah? When you are negotiating, you don't go on strike.
Scenarios or can it be what? I cannot justify this strike neither in law nor moral. I be moral now. Who become the me? 3 years until it become I become moral somehow. 3 years as it become. Obi will twelve in the game. Obi ofi a crowful from now you do a crowful. Baby in that a camera please we shouldn't go there.
How would you mean stampede process? That is it.
I get moral now. Or can law one can law. Member for moral crown for them crowd had them. Moral. Our banner from the green favor same to no. Our moral, but beside me there, about this American strike. Moral. You can talk about legal aspect, maybe yes, but your moral. About moral. What are the moral? No, there, back at them there. Why time no show no, a time no show not so. Most of them say back at them there. What's the gratis? What kind of demand? About moral, some no can. I feel also that was it. There's now a new government policy, and our policy is that we will not pay striking workers. That been a policy, shall say. Doctors are some GSA. Those are some answers.
You're not aware of that
policy.
That's
the government policy. That will not start.
You're not aware.
Mean? About outside them policy.
Member of Parliament, you're not aware of the new government policy.
Next is easy now. What's the start policy now? Next is not the start on me and say new no when the new we buy. Doctors want the hour answer them as me. Those won't try on cow answer.
Okay.
What's the new government policy? Doctors is important piece answer. Nurses we will try on cow. There. Mother ban all your non yet. Mother ban all your non yet. Now, maybe member for my threat nurses. Non nurses are the pay.
But you've read what can kind the position of the minister and what can kind both in law and morality.
Morality of anybody. I be moral. I would say
what you want to nipa. Sabi se mo djuma no esombo. Wa adwiri mu
means this animal ko djuma. Trotro na mitimi na mefi edina kwa nkafo no rechem
no eyenhye wodwuma wo yenim say whether ye tue wo yentue wo to anamo na som Ghana so what special field
them na tasa they will try me go when try go me ye adwuma na mpoto trotro na mitimi wadnam de kwa nkafo me de kwa abra me de ko so gases baka no ho no o free
rapid buses in the diomko
rapid buses awen
aban fa mai
Hey, don't bring yourself. Now it's a Ghana, it's a Ghana, now it's a
the minister rapid but I know I've been there for but wrap up on the most serious.
We should be more serious as a nation. Mr. Maka, we should be more serious as a nation. The Oyaro, a quarter, nurses, Nimbi. What's when if you run?
Doc, Emmanuel Yana said they are dealing with your life.
Exactly.
And their state of mind, no.
Now say psychiatric.
No, man, I catch him say psychiatric phone, and I say,
me, I'm just not because
and then you see, no, I understand that you know, patients, you know, as a press conference.
Yeah.
And I was shocked.
That's what kind.
Oh boy, me say, hey. There's somebody that
oh, I'm back. Oh, one more. No.
Yeah, causing financial loss to the state.
Because at our expense, if we need, they are able to say this. Hey, very serious.
Now, Abani.
For me, I am extremely surprised and shocked. Say, now after we see even this policy for striking doctors, striking workers here in Tiomoka as even new in the first place, because it was clearly demonstrated in the MPP's regime. Clearly demonstrated.
It
was clearly demonstrated.
So but he says a new policy.
Please.
That's all.
I wanted you to disagree.
That's a new policy. That's what this paper says.
I'm saying that I would disagree with him, but not because some policy won't put any new. So that's why I'm saying you shouldn't have even minister.
But MPP cried almost there cause
court. You were dealing court in so I think that your disagreement is misplaced. Your disagreement should be that look, minister, you are lying. This is not new.
Oh, so it's minister lying.
No, I'm saying that.
No, tell us if the minister is lying.
Please,
tell us.
Yeah, it's not a new policy.
I'm saying that is what you should have even disagreed on with him. So please, men paint a picture and be say, "Ebin see that nothing I yede ban." But to be more serious on this matter.
But Minister Nakai.
Yes, and
the minister is lying.
But you see,
tell us
the main reason why.
So if he's lying in this area, so tells you.
So the policy is even not per your statement. The policy is not even new. So the minister is lying.
So if the minister is lying here, the nurses will come. He's also lying.
These are gymnastics.
Minister.
I'm saying that. I didn't be a small prince with that. If you want to ban, you implement it. There has been some space. And I betum. Currently, a doctor for strike. So if tomorrow you can say, I didn't be a sida. Now you can implement it. It's new.
Okay.
So please, that is. But I was only drawing his attention. Say, and ya dia NC da. Oh man,
mathematician are reason like lawyers.
Now on the most
now mass institution this is wrong. Okay, no one. I'm found that. I'm being good to say.
Dr. Ananda Michan. On the most serious note, on nurses striking. Sabe me nurse ni any in fact, many about lesson into in Tia the cab but argument share a let us not create the impression say in Tia nurse for cow
7,000
please. Say the review no makan year dear. Are we not talking about arrears? Are we not?
Koso.
Are we not talking about arrears?
No, koso.
Paper now what the my year review no. Mentiasie kakra because you are crashing. Actually, say we are talking about arrears of nurses for.
Yeah, but I could
now they making a point.
It is not as if let us not paint the picture. Say nursing you all quite you only adi oni sika or the better be any adi. All quite you only sika or the better car and therefore want to mean court to become more as someone. The person is wrong.
Okay.
We are talking about arrears. Number 2. The point I'm making here is that adia back where my young politicians, the Juma Edding, our media for no Sakambe Boyana, and can you did light and about 2 civil servants so crack. They are shy or meme, near the level, the rate of development, the level of development because of meme, and they say. Let me a master example of my constituency. Obiti constituency district capital. You try to cast on the fertilizer on Chesukwadru. Obiti on the Shark Quenso. Obiti was to go on the Chesu. Obia when a constituency hole. Ewo district hall. And now says Sandy Pano. Unco branch level, unco police stations, non-quiet campaign, and Chilenko phone into or we need access to the person. Into the human you, why need a human you, a your politician. And I've always been making this point. Say, oh, come and constituency, I'll catch on say, and I said some of the rural communities, I'll catch on say, look, Trabana, I'm a court parliament, I'm a Koyamra at the bar. I tell you, so you lose your elections because they are looking for development. They are looking for development. So what I say, and you know, you want to a binding name be a show months as I was on my year. At points in time, even in education service, and my boss say my biometric registration. You detect a lot of ghost names in the system. You arrested, being prosecuted or more. Into a buying a BB a free into a Yobia Juma say, I was what I say, so the president cannot be at every point at all the time. Into Yobia Juma, even not the minister, sometimes. Do you big man say if you one level to the other, if you one level to the other, it is microphone for me to ye anymore. You can't do anything about it. So, in as much as I agree, say, or more head beer on the show, Mosono. In as much as I agree, say, or more head beer on the show, Mosono. So, can't we for once also appeal to those people to also do their work well as a country? Can't we for once say, you must say, oh, yeah, you tell card the head of the matter, also be ye.
Dr. Tony Edu. No, or the monitoring and evaluation.
Evaluation, exactly.
So what's the essence of that?
What do you publish in a name? What do you publish in a name?
What's the essence of that?
Me? What do you publish in a name? But I mean, more coming in here.
No, what's the essence? I want to know.
Monitoring. Monitoring evaluation of president. That office no.
You are master at that. Disorganizing people.
To make sure when they are flowing.
I agree, say, look. The bus stops at somebody.
Yeah.
I was saying yes so for once, no. Yeah. See, oh my honey. You can't be say in the civil service. You can't be say when you want you to coffee. Never had demonstration because of my muha. Never had demonstrations because of my muha. Never which hunting. Many questions about here.
Baby, you're doing na me de 7,000 paid nurses.
Any midwives.
Only midwives.
But I see you civil servants.
Oh no, you.
Because you.
One other option. Them crop no way you want one other.
We should be hunted. So what I say. Intimate feel say. You better part one more was on your measurement. Say the right thing must be done. So the system will also flow. Must I say, because a man for unconfused here on the chain, we will sack not less than hundreds of people on the chain.
I'm so being in a Juma Yedi,
yeah, oh dear, now you may have been in a Juma now a lot of demonstrations in this country. Who be that? I mean, we have a lot of examples. Into the exchange, and they say when it gets there, no, I was say now there are even processes say Obia we are in a particular sector, no. National Service Square, your head of department, but they are user agencies, so they must sign and sign what you allowance a crowd. So that yes, I won't quite
in ensuring due diligence. Now, buying systems to ensure say it will move faster because you are not telling me that because of a policy that is in the interest of all of us in Tino, because yeah, Juma, the same can delay 2-3 years because of due diligence. No. I don't think it should be
the process has just started because of the biometric registration system. No?
Civil servants,
I was saying fast tracking.
Civil servants, we have lived with these civil servants for a period.
That is why we had the ghost names in
a period of time. In Crawford, they were good names. in a strikes or did them
ghost names on my year.
These are ghost names, but you know, if not entirely, it's minimized.
Into the system we have stayed with it up to this time.
No,
that system
every government keeps minimizing.
Now, that's why you are. You can attest that there is a biometric registration.
I am one who put a ban to make out the CCA Mugudoyi. Was under in the so now what candle? The only assurance. But that's a area UCC, and now Legon, and now what is assured on our national service?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All over Ghana.
But yes, your function. No, maybe. Yes, your function. Doctor, Mr. Even with your Doctor Patrick, that's when we get such opportunities, you are advocating for this. We are buying so. Say, University Polytechnic Vocational, our reliance on government opportunities or institutions, because we are saying, how does the environment enable graduates, say, we diverted from while looking at a buying opportunity and do something else.
Policies.
That's
that German policy, and I'm happy that
you've mounted a platform.
No.
But that's as a country.
No, as a
we
country,
need to start.
We need to look at
those things.
We need to look ahead.
We need to
look ahead because this is standstill.
Okay.
That's
the point. Orientation.
Echo Germany says here. You want Crawford walk school bed abia 2 days in a week, 3 days Japan motors and now auto parts and now them. Exactly. You see, realize them obi abanso mrebuawo.
Obi wa fiti shop
na them a year. Na ya ndem ya dem ya koi a bi fufuro bi ama. A na ko ya bi fufuro ba ya. As ma dan. Me friend day.
Typical typical fancy. Osoro pa eduane odi there. Very typical fancy.
Asami okay.
No, typical fancy.
Typical fancy. Oh, typical fancy depend on baby ewo. E be typical fancy so na papa monum tea. E be typical fancy go mo afo fancy go. E bondo say mezi it's all.
Yeah, typical.
Yeah.
Okay, so options T eto typical sexuality asoro pa.
Fufu.
Oh, fufu ye
typical so anopa.
Anopa de.
Ampese.
Fufu bi o ampese.
Body ampese.
Kuku ana bibi. By we are na de. When you fufu da kokra when.
All right. That was Mushia, a member of parliament be our ko I said the champion ko even.
Set. Mbrazo.
Also a boy yellow tie. On your careful. Instead of be project Ghana or project MTN. On your careful. And the DHL. These are two foreign companies there. In no cause of
MTN or Ghana.
But maybe.
Mama kwai na men chia ahemfo.
Ocha why?
Ahemfo mo kukum.
Okay.
At the kesi omo ye ma me na me ba ho no.
All right.
Me don wasi bebre say omangu mani ma.
Konian show in. Na na man go advance. That's it. We don't mind go present. E dey sinare before I crowd over. Okay.